Aren't you, kiddo? Huh? Yeah? So last night, we had this guy. I'm still on light duty, unfortunately. So Dad's pulling OT this week. Hey, welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. This is Chris. All right, this is a much improved, warmer Monday afternoon. So, as usual, getting going here. If you remember from last video, I kind of struggled with their bedding. They did a pretty okay job getting it spread out. So this week I'll try and pull that around if it's bunched up like that. We'll kind of spread it around. They actually did a really nice job moving it around. So they are bedded really well, which they definitely needed. And we are just patiently, not really patiently actually, annoyed at how long Barb is just kind of sitting on her calf. But she honestly will be calving. I mean, she could calve right now. It wouldn't shock us. She could calve tomorrow, the next day. I don't think she'll go much past another day or so, because her bag is getting pretty full and she is getting very uncomfortable, and she is just shy. She's 6 days overdue from my calculations anyways. And you wouldn't think that little bit of hay, and it wasn't really all that much, would make nice bedding, but these guys spread this out really well. And this isn't too off from where they usually are. They'll get a little bit of dirty on the sides here, on the legs, but not too bad. Not too bad at all this year. But yeah, that's just that last little couple percent of the bale that has been in there for like a week, and then we build that up, and then like once a month we'll clean them out and start out fresh. So we're just topping off their corn silage. Now we're kind of getting to some of that buildup. Isn't really that great, but they've been nibbling at it pretty good and getting a good chunk of it out of there. So you got to remember too that, yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of stuff in there, but half of that snow and ice and stuff that's built up when you get like 2 or 3 inches of snow like every other day, you're not going to keep up with keeping those bunks clean. So that's why there's more buildup in there than there really should be. One downside to having this style of feeder. Hey, kiddo. Definitely not disliking this feeder. Yeah, the Redmond, I mean, there's still plenty in there, but that Redmond I think is hard. And then still plenty of the other stuff of the Nutri-Beef. So I think they're still coming at it. It looks like they are. I still have thought of possibly just taking the top off for a couple of days. I just gotta remember to do it when I catch like, oh hey, we got like 3 days in a row or a couple days in a row where it's really nice, and then remember to come take top off. A lot of times doing it this way will peel off a lot more than we want. But that's where the cows need to kind of give us a little help and spread it out, which they will. Because you got girls like Photo who's already finding the chunks of corn. Aren't you, kiddo? Huh? Yeah? She don't care. She's eating corn. C50 right here is starting to let me scratch on her a little bit. I don't know if she's just getting old or... I mean, not a whole lot, but a little bit. Right? Yeah? She's another in due time daughter. She got a little bit more stretch than Photo did. But Photo got a really nice bag. CE50, not so much. But it gets the job done. Hey, how's it going? All right, it is Wednesday afternoon. All right, so I am currently on light duty for a few days. But yeah, that's why I didn't record anything yesterday. But I am getting better. But it'll take me a few days to get back up to speed. And that is doctor's orders, and I will pay attention to them. But it doesn't mean I can't record anything, because we have had some action. And we're going to do this in order. In order of arrival. So last night, we had this guy. Nice little moneymaker bull. So this is our mic drop heifer. The other mic drop heifer was the one that got struck by lightning, unfortunately. And also her mom was the other one that got struck by lightning. But we got this little moneymaker calf, bull calf. You gotta like the chrome. You gotta like it. We are still waiting on Barb. She is now 8 days overdue. But then about half hour ago, we had this guy. And again, gotta love the chrome. So another bull. Very solid, nice and thick. That's a bold ruler. So this is the mom that had the bold ruler twins 2 years ago. So when we got a chance to AI her, I figured let's AI her again to bold ruler, because I think that will turn out to be another good combination, because she is a true justice and has turned out to be a pretty nice cow. We do have to get some bedding in here. Right now we might just use hay, because we do kind of have to get to where I'm a little bit more functional. Bethany has helped out a little bit, and she's going to help out again today as soon as she's done with work. Steers must be in the back in the long shed, but Dad's we've been liking just making them a little pile, and then actually the last couple days we've been giving Factor just a little pile right here. Then we know he gets some. Especially on days like today where he might not get a whole lot of hay, because we might steal some of it for bedding. Yeah, so unfortunately this is not a great time for me to be on the unable to perform list. It was not really under my control, so we just got to roll with it and change things up a little bit, but it's all right. You know, early next week I should be able to be back at normal pace. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, so we got a little more build up here. So Dad's got the small material bucket, so he's just trying to scrape most of it away so that over the next couple of days we don't get any water to run in. right, we got everybody moved around. We brought Barb outside. She'll calve in the next day or so. She's gonna. And then 301 got bumped into that pen. And then 431 got bumped in where Barb was. It just allows us to water them and feed them without having to set up a bunch of other stuff. First calf heifer, mic drop, out of a high roller lucky dice. Yeah. Hopefully she turns out okay. And he is a pretty nice thick sucker. I think he'll be okay. Pretty sure it looks like he got on. So he should be alright. And I think the other one has been on already too. Alright, it is Thursday. We are starting out a little bit late today. We had to run to Marathon Custom Meats and pick up some more beef for customers. Normally they will call us on a Friday and say that it's ready to go, and then we go like Saturday morning and pick up. But there are the rare occasions where they don't call us till the next week. I do have to scope out. The cow is really good. For some reason I was getting ready and I can see out here in front of these guys, and somebody out here was twitching tail pretty hardcore, and it was a black one. But I told Dad that I always record down in my notes when factor goes out or when the bull goes out, so that I know who we AI'd, and I know when the earliest we could start getting factor calves. Well, he didn't go out until 3 weeks after we AI'd, so we shouldn't be seeing their calves for at least a couple of weeks. I mean, even 10 to 14 days early is still another week and a half away. Yeah, we found her. It's this girl right here. She ain't due for a long time. So, false alarm. Must be just like the uncomfortable twitch. But we'll still check everybody out. I know that Marigold here she's bagging, but she's setting up for her late calving, so she's due in a couple of weeks. But just always making sure we go through the crowd. I'm not really too concerned about anybody out here for a couple of weeks, except for Marigold. But we know about her. She's the oddball. Fresh bale for downstairs. This one we're not going to push down right away. We want to make sure we clean up some of the stuff that's below. Unfortunately, Dad's the one that has to fork it because Bethany had an appointment. I'm still on light duty, unfortunately. So Dad's pulling OT this week. All right, so this is the little bold ruler out of the True Justice I was born yesterday. Good mom. The little dumb. Calf's a little dumb. He knows where to go. He just, for some reason, hasn't like latched on. For whatever reason. We fed him a little bit. He'll be fine. I mean, he's already right down in there. It's just that he knows how to suck. It's that, how do I grab what I need? So he's just a little dumb. But that's all right. He got a half a bottle. And honestly, he'll probably be sucking within a half hour. And we'll be no worse for the worries. And lastly, in a few minutes, that light will come on. So I did set up the night lights. But the IR lights on the Decos are a lot better than those Motos. So I think I'm going to be able to cut down on like half. Blah, 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 blah. Half the lights we had before. Hey, how's it going? All right, happy Friday. Finally made it to Friday. It was kind of nice. I was able to listen to a little bit of the Anchor D Simmental sale, which is always impressive. So that was really nice. So Barb Watch 2026 continues. I don't know what the hell her problem is. She currently is 10 days late. I did check a few years ago. If you remember, we had Wadey Gergs' daughter, Joey. Joey had a HP Bravo son, and she was 11 days late on that one. What made that one a little bit odd is that she was 11 days late, and she was a first calf heifer. So I could see Barb being a little bit late because this would be her third calf. The 301 that we did give a little bit of a bottle to yesterday, we gave half a bottle to him. One, he's not up and screaming at me yet. I did see him. He was in the right place, tail flipping in the breeze like crazy. So I'm assuming he was sucking, but we will keep an eye on him tonight while we're feeding. Her bag looks really clean and shiny. One issue we are having is we haven't been able to tag any of our calves because of my light duty status, which I still have a few more days of. But I have not had any issues, which is a good thing. All right, but it is Friday. It is time to feed, so we're gonna get her going here. Luckily, our waterway is working properly. This girl, she is like any time now. She is very loose. Bag is nice and tight. So those front teats are gonna poke that calf right in the eye, or pick its nose, one or the other. So yeah, she has got a nice bag going on. Dad and I were just talking, we might go look at a tractor tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's going to be like an all-day trip, but honestly, being on light duty, it's probably the most productive thing we could do anyways. Unfortunately, it's like 3.5 hours away, so asked Dad to try and take advantage of the warm weather and try and skim off some of these manure piles, because they'll freeze hard as a rock, and then it's really hard to swing the gate. I mean, you can set this gate to whatever you want. Granted, this thing probably should be like we could probably go another 3 or 4 inches. Oh, actually, we probably go another 6 inches up in the air, but you also don't want it too high, because then they'll stick their nose underneath it and try and pop it up. If you don't have your hinges set right, you're kind of screwed. But we typically have our hinges set properly. We have gates that we want to pop off on a regular basis. We set those up different, use a pin. Main gates like this, we'll set it on one, we'll flip the other one, put it pinned down. I'll show you that in a second. So like this. So we'll set it on that pin, then we'll flip this pin that way. And this is adjustable, so we'll slide this up into it. And that tends to work out really nice. This also helps get that top layer of manure off and gets us down to actually more direct access to the ice and snow. And then keep getting some warmer days, which we're supposed to. We do have some weather coming, but we get a few more of these warmer days. That'll help melt that down faster. You don't want that manure on top to insulate it. All right, so it is Friday. It is the end of the day, so it's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Had a little bit of stuff going on this week. Had a couple new calves. That's awesome. They are doing okay. I did reach out to our vet to see if maybe giving a Bosie shot to some of our calves if we have a little bit low of selenium, if I didn't get that selenium mineral out there soon enough. So waiting to hear back on that. And of course, if you got any questions, please leave them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thanks for coming along.